Have you ever noticed how some people don't need to say much, yet somehow they command attention the moment they enter a room? Not because they're loud, not because they're trying, but because there's something about them, something grounded, steady, almost unshakable. In a world obsessed with constant noise, endless posting, and proving your worth out loud, we've forgotten a powerful truth. Presence doesn't beg to be noticed, it simply is. The ancient Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that true influence isn't about performance, it's about alignment. Alignment between who you are and how you move through the world. So today we're stepping into a different kind of power. A quieter one, a deeper one. The kind that doesn't chase attention, but naturally attracts it. This is the art of effortless presence. And if you've ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or drowned out by louder voices, this might be exactly what you've been missing. Stay with me, because by the end of this you may realize you never needed to be louder. You just needed to be more you. And if this resonates with you, take a moment to subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and stay all the way through, because every piece of this journey builds on the last. Grounded stillness. Let's start with something simple, yet incredibly rare: stillness. When was the last time you were fully still, not just physically but mentally? No rushing thoughts, no urge to fill silence, no need to react instantly. The Stoics believed that a calm mind is a powerful mind. Not passive, but controlled. Not empty, but intentional. When you cultivate stillness, something interesting happens. You stop reacting to everything and start choosing your responses. And people notice that. Because in a world where everyone is quick to speak, quick to argue, quick to prove themselves, the person who pauses, who listens, who speaks only when necessary, stands out without trying. Stillness isn't weakness. It's restraint. It's awareness. It's power under control. And that kind of presence? It's magnetic. The discipline of thought. Now let's go deeper. What you think shapes how you show up. The Stoics constantly emphasized mastery over the mind. Not suppressing thoughts, but observing them, questioning them, refining them. Because here's the truth. If your mind is chaotic, your presence will be too. But when your thoughts are clear, grounded, and intentional, you carry yourself differently. You're not easily shaken by opinions. You're not desperate for validation. You're not thrown off by every minor inconvenience. Instead, you move with quiet confidence. And that confidence doesn't need to announce itself. So ask yourself, are your thoughts serving you or controlling you? Because the more disciplined your mind becomes, the more powerful your presence will be. Speak less, mean more. Let's talk about words. We live in a time where everyone is talking, but few are actually being heard. What? Because when words are constant, they lose weight. The Stoics practiced speaking with purpose. They didn't speak to impress. They spoke to express truth, clarity, and intention. And here's something powerful. When you say less, people listen more. When your words are deliberate, thoughtful, and measured, they carry impact. Think about it. Who do you remember more? The person who talked endlessly, or the one who spoke with precision? You don't need more words. You need better ones. Let silence do some of the work. Let your presence fill the gaps. Because sometimes what you don't say speaks the loudest. Emotional composure. Now let's address something that can make or break your presence, your emotions. We all feel anger, frustration, anxiety. That's human. But the Stoics taught something crucial. You may not control what happens, but you always control how you respond. Imagine being in a tense situation. Voices rise. Emotions flare. And then there's you. Calm, centered, unmoved. Not because you don't care, but because you choose not to be ruled by impulse. That kind of composure is rare. And because it's rare, it's powerful. People trust it. They respect it. They're drawn to it. Emotional control doesn't make you cold. It makes you reliable. And reliability is deeply attractive. Intentional movement. Even the way you move matters. Your pace, your posture, the way you enter a room, sit, stand, or walk away. The Stoics believed that our external actions reflect our internal state. So when you rush, fidget, or appear uncertain, it signals inner chaos. But when your movements are steady, deliberate, and composed, it signals control. Try this. Walk a little slower. Pause before responding. Hold eye contact just a second longer. Not in a forced way, but in a conscious one. Because presence isn't just what people hear. It's what they see. And when your movements align with calm confidence, you don't just exist in a space, you own it. Detachment from approval. Here's where things truly shift. Most people are trying to be liked. They adjust their behavior, their opinions, even their personality, just to fit in. But the Stoics? They valued something far greater than approval, integrity. When you stop seeking validation, you start becoming authentic. And authenticity is incredibly powerful, because it's rare. When you're not constantly looking for approval, you become grounded in yourself. You make decisions based on values, not opinions. And ironically, that's when people start noticing you more. Not because you're trying to stand out, but because you're no longer trying to blend in. The power of inner fulfillment. Let's end with this. True presence doesn't come from external things, status, appearance, attention. It comes from within. The Stoics believed that fulfillment is internal. That peace, confidence, and purpose are cultivated, not given. When you're fulfilled within, you stop chasing outward. You're not desperate for attention. You're not dependent on praise. You're not shaken by criticism. You're steady. And that steadiness creates a kind of quiet gravity that naturally draws people in. Because deep down, everyone is searching for that same sense of peace. And when they see it in you, they can't help but be curious. So if you've ever felt like you needed to be louder, more expressive, more visible, maybe it's time to try something different. Be still. Be intentional. Be grounded. Because the truth is, your presence was never about how much noise you make. It's about how deeply you embody who you are. And when you do that, you don't just enter a room. You leave an impression that lingers long after you're gone. If this spoke to you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and continue the journey, because this is just the beginning. Until next time, stay steady, stay intentional, and let your presence speak. If this video gave you something to reflect on, like it, share it, and subscribe for more.